Hello everybody, and today we are going to do the unboxing for my Eufymake UVDTF laminating machine. Um, so the sad part about this is that the Eufymake has been in full production now for, I don't know, maybe a month and a half. I'll give it 2 months. Let's say 2 months. It's probably more, knowing my dumb head, but the thing is that I bought this from a US provider called Swing Design. And I bought the business pack, which is the pack that has the laminator, the machine, the DT, the film thing, and a couple other stuff as well as that. And it comes with this weird $500 thing to something called Fonzie, but it's just fonts. And every time you buy something, it has to equal $100 of the five $100 ones. So it's kind of I don't know, it seems kind of scammy to me. And to be honest with you, the fonts aren't that great. I mean they're not something that you just can't have your chat GPT generate for you or whatever. um, so not really sure. So anyway, I've already made my first monthly payment on this because I had to get the whole thing financed because it was almost $4,000 for this bundle package. And to be honest with you, the bundle package is quite good as far as all the equipment that you get with it. But I've already made my first month payment and I'm just now getting one of the two pieces I'm supposed to be getting. So that's kind of off-putting. Okay. So the laminator is the part that laminates. I know, that's just highfalutin stuff there. But apparently in this package, so the laminating film is considered film B. And supposedly, in this package, there's supposed to be some sheets of film A, along with the roll of film B, which I don't know where it is, but so we got our package list, we got our instructions. I have to take it off camera for a second. Oh, here it is. In the bottom. There's nothing else in this box. Sorry, I don't have a lot of filming space. Alright, so let's open the box first. So this is the A film strips. They apparently fit on the mini tray. Not the, well, I mean, you can put them on the big tray, but They're specifically made for the little tray. Now, what I'm not seeing is the roll of B film, unless it's already loaded in here. But it also comes with these, which are some, this is a weeding tool. And this is the, oh, it's hard. It's a little, like, thing to push it down. I don't know what it's called. Oh, this is a cutter. So here's the cutter. Yep, the roll's inside. So the B film is wrapped in here. Pull out. Pull out. I don't think that's what that's supposed to do. I think they mean pull out like that. Okay. So here's the mini tray, which that's what these go on. But like I said, you can put it on the big tray, but these are just cut specifically for this tray. Now, something else that I bought because I bought some of these. Now, these are the size of the large bed, and these are the printing A PET film. So this is the A film, and then this in here is the B film, and you end up just feeding it right through there. Now, I got this from DTG Supply. I wasn't real happy with how it came because the edges are kind of cracked and broken, because the packaging that they sent it in was, well, let's just say that the packaging made Amazon's packaging look bulletproof. So here in Florida, this time of year, it's raining all the time, and so the delivery person just left it right in the middle of my sidewalk. And so when I tried to get to it as quick as I could, but it, when it's pouring down rain from tropical storms, no matter what you do is going to be too long. But it looked like it had already soaked through and into the edges and cracked the edges of the film and all that. But I don't actually plan on printing on the edges of the film, so we'll just let that be. So, and these, the ones that come with it, look exactly the same. And I think I said I got these, the big ones from DTF Supplies. which was in California, I think. Which I ordered them back when they said this was being shipped, and that got here before this did, and unfortunately, Swing Design, when they shipped it, or they sent it to the UPS to be shipped, they didn't send it with a label, so it sat at the UPS for like a week, and then, or 5 days, and then when I did an investigation on it, it apparently would have stayed there, because once they did the investigation, then they sent it back to Swing Design, and then Swing Design did a label, and then go from there. So I'm not going to actually do any printing today on this, but I do want to talk about where everything goes. So the plug goes right here in the back, and it's a standard wall plug, obviously. Now, one thing that you have to remember is right underneath here is a it's a guide. And so it tells you what to do right here in the guide. So you pull the guide out, you take the film, which they don't provide an edge for, which is kind of annoying. It says extend the support plate, pull the card off, then pull this down, and then you're supposed to take the card and then you feed the card in, and it goes right underneath this part right here. And then it comes out at the back side, and then it's ready to laminate. It doesn't say on here whether or not you're supposed to keep this, but it's made of really... I would keep it, because I can't see them sending you a new one of these every time that you buy a roll. And to be honest with you, I don't plan on buying my rolls from Eufymake, because their supply ship out times has been really, really weird. And you can get this type of roll with this thickness on Alibaba for half the price, and it's the same quality. So, you know, whatever. So, I did want to go over one other thing today. And I was trying to do some of these plastic Christmas ornaments, and I was putting them on the mini bed. So this is the way it goes on. Well, this thing goes to the front, this little like indentation piece right here. So when it goes into the machine, what I did was I lined up well, I don't have any of the good ones here, but so I lined the others up in here. And contrary to what they say about snap picture loading and all that stuff like that, that's not true. I mean, at least it hasn't been true for me. So anyway, when I would put these in, and then I would, in the software, it tells you to take each one and center it wherever you need to center it, blah, blah, blah. Well, I did that, and so this one was on the far left side, which, as you can see, the image shifted that way. The two in the middle printed perfectly fine, and then the one all the way out on the right-hand side was shifted all the way this way. So when I went back and did a second set, I zoomed in real close as I could to get the image where I needed it to be. And I think I chucked the other one. Yeah, I chucked the other one because I was so pissed off. But it still came out just like this one. Whereas, now mind you, this was the first one I did. And it's the Jesus. And I literally had the star centered on there. Like it was centered right in the middle of the ornament. But when it came to printing, it again did the exact same thing and shifted in that direction. And then the one on this side shifted in that direction. And of course, the ones in the middle printed perfectly fine. So I kept looking, trying to find out what was wrong with it. And all I could find was that the further out you go, the worse off it can be. Which, that seems like a cop-out, but it said if you do the 0-point calculation, which I still don't understand how to do that properly, but the minute I stopped printing out here and only did 2 in the middle, worked fine. I had no problem whatsoever. Just like when I did these. They printed perfectly in the center. So, here's one that was in the middle. It printed perfectly fine. It just seemed kind of weird that they wouldn't take into consideration. It almost looks like it fish eyes. Like it pushes everything outwards. And no matter how much I centered it on the image on the machine, didn't do a thing. And I just don't understand that. So if you know how to fix that in a simple way without just saying, oh, do this, because I'm sorry, I can be dumb as dirt sometimes, so any help anybody could give me would be really great. But I've stopped doing anything out here on the edges, just because I'd rather not waste my blanks and everything. And I don't know if I talked about this before, but I tried to do another one of my things, and this is with flexible ink. And now everybody's like, oh, you didn't use the acrylic wipes. Oh, ye of little faith, because I did. Here's even the tour pack open of it. And did not work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this out on the big bed, put it through the laminator, and then put it on this way. Which, I don't know why I need to do that, but it's something about this the thin sheet, which I don't understand, because it should still bond to it, but it didn't, and I did use it. So, oh, and I got new ink, and true to their word, these are a lot later in the year. These are like September and August of 2027, which is much better than the ones I originally got, which I've been trying to use up because they're about to go expired here in a couple of days, and so I'm running to try to print stuff. So this was a print that I did on a polyester patch, and it kept catching on the edges of this and building up on the edges. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's building up on the edges, which I don't understand because there's nothing touching the edges on the camera. But there's kind of a disconnect between what you see on the camera and what the printer apparently already does, even though I've done all the calibrations and all the beds every single time we do the alignment. And it's weird because 1 minute, like this for example, so this wood was treated with the recommended non-wax thing for the wood, and it's just coming away. I mean, I'll break my nail, but this stuff is coming away, and I only did white, and it created all these bubbles, and then somehow it got black on it, which I still don't know how it got black. And mind you, these are kind of all weird things, but I did one of these, which I kind of like. And then now on one of them, I actually got this like white line. And when I looked back in the software, it's where the edge of the picture is. And it just had this like super thin white line. And I'm still trying to understand choke. But I thought choke was going to be like right here on the edge of the picture, not way out here. So I have a note into Eufymake, and I sent them pictures of it, but they're like, we need films of this, and you need to take movies of this, and try this, and try that. I'm like, this is the output. You need to figure it out. And I can't be the only one that's having these mystery white lines appearing on things. So I did on one of my PU things, and it printed perfectly, and I did it right in the middle. Now this isn't with flexible ink, obviously, because there's no white underneath it. But I mean, even doing this, it looks fine. So anyway, that's it for our unboxing of the laminator. I am still waiting for the DTF film thing to come in, but in the meanwhile, I have these films that I can print on and cut them out and, well, laminate them and then cut them out. And I don't know if I told you this, but this is called a weeding tool. All these weeding tools look like dental instruments. I can't pull it off, but it's just a pointed piece of metal. And is that it? I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for helping document this process with me. Thank you. Bye.